The college football playoff is switching to straight seeding. Now, what that means is long gone now, long gone as of a few days ago, are the college football playoff bids that would get you a bye in the college football playoff for winning your conference. Because remember now, it used to be if you won the Big 12 or the ACC or the SEC or the Big 10, you were in a good spot to then get a bye the first round of the college football playoff. That was how that was working, okay? Now, it wasn't always how it was going to work going forward. The verbiage within that was the 4 highest-ranked conference champions would get a bye, is a more simplistic way to say it for us here on this show. That is no longer the case. How it's going to work is wherever you're ranked in the college football playoff rankings is how you are seeded according to the college football playoff format. Now, it's also important to note winning your conference still gets you an automatic bid into the playoff. It does not get you an automatic bye. So I like this way more because I think it rewards teams as opposed to conferences. But I got to thinking, man, you know who's coming up smelling like roses right now? Is Notre Dame. Notre Dame emphatically is the winner of straight seeding in the college football playoff. And here's what I want to make sure we highlight. This is a good lesson for all of us in college football and in life. Play the long game, dude. Play the long game. Block out the noise. Block out all the naysayers. Block out all the people from the cheap seats that aren't actually within your circle, and just do you. Because that is what Notre Dame has done here. Remember, the 12-team playoff becomes a thing, and the clause within that is, well, hey, Notre Dame, they're not in a conference, so therefore you will not ever be able to get a bye in the college football playoff. A lot of people, myself included, started saying, well, is this that event that forces Notre Dame's hand to say, hey, you know what, this NBC money is good, but a bye in the college football playoff, are we sure we want to pass up on that? Are we sure that's worth us sticking independent for? Credit Notre Dame, stuck to their guns, stuck to their process, stuck to their NBC money, which, again, I'm sure is pretty good. And after 1 year of the 12-team playoff, they are in a position now in the straight seeding to be able to get a bye in the first round of the college football playoff if they finish in the top 4. Now, last year, too, it's worth noting, with all the conversation around Notre Dame not joining the conference and this and that, Notre Dame made $20 million during their college football playoff run for making the playoff, for the run they had in the playoff, and they split that with their conference. That is themselves. Did not have to share that $20 million with anybody. So Notre Dame, once again, played the long game, stuck to their script, came up smelling like roses. And so now as we look to the future, if I'm Notre Dame, you're still independent, can now get a bye. Like, what is the thing that Notre Dame lacks now that will keep them from being a powerhouse in college football for the future? Because you had your nice run this past year. You make a run to the national championship and you lose to Ohio State in the fourth quarter, whatever. It is what it is. But, like, I don't see a clear governor on Notre Dame. Like, I think one of the best coaches in the sport, Marcus Freeman. Okay, check. Talent, just had 6 players drafted. And by nature of your on-field product, you're only going to attract more talent here. Notre Dame, as it stands right now, top 5 in the On3 industry team recruiting rankings for 2026. Okay, got it. I mean, your core nucleus is pretty solid when it comes to guys you get via the portal as well. You've kind of become a destination in that way. There's nothing that I'm looking at with Notre Dame that says, yeah, that's going to keep them from winning at a high level, though. Before, you might have said, well, not playing in a conference makes their playoff route maybe a touch more difficult. That's not the case anymore. You get a bye in the first round of the college football playoff now if you're Notre Dame if you finish in the top 4 during the regular season, at least for this final year of the 12-team format. Who knows from what it looks like beyond this. Now, there's some people that are going to say, well, but JD, hosting the college football playoff game virtually every year for Notre Dame, they lose that money. It's kind of a loss for them, no? Well, I mean, I suppose you could argue that, but one, I don't think you're ever turning down a bye in the college football playoff. That's first. Second, Notre Dame can still host a playoff game if they don't end up getting a first-round bye. Like, Notre Dame isn't exempt now from somehow hosting a college football playoff game just because we go to straight seeding. So the moral of the story here is Notre Dame, no governor on their success, nothing keeping them from succeeding at the highest level, at least from what I can gather. If you want to be real nitpicky, you could say academic standards. Okay, I hear that. But, like, stuck to their script, and now a year after the first year of the 12-team college football playoff has happened, they switched the seeding, they switched the format. Notre Dame in very good shape for the future. Credit Marcus Freeman and the powers that be over there for just taking this thing on the chin and rolling with it all the way through. With all the outside noise, they did not flinch. Love that about Marcus Freeman. Love that about Notre Dame. Just continue to say what's next. Continue to accomplish all they've accomplished and dominate all the obstacles in their way.